Hey everyone, and welcome to the Gare Bear review of Snitch. So, shh, I won't tell anyone if you will. It's okay. This movie was directed by and written by Rick Roman Walk. He hasn't really directed anything any of us would know or anyone would know. He's actually working on a new project right now. Um, but it seems like he's done a lot of stunts though in a lot of other films. But uh, that you'll probably not appreciate this, but. Here we go. The storyline now it's inspired by true events, meaning that the event actually happened, but the characters are not real, which makes it relatable and entertaining, and it did. It kept me interested the whole time. My problem was it in the beginning it was way too fast paced. There were so many cuts, meaning they would show and stay focused on one scene and then completely split on like mid sentence or mid explainer to something completely different to another location, to start a new thing to give to the audience. It kind of pissed me off, and I don't know, it threw me out of the it threw me out of the movie a lot. And then the thing is, as it went on, it slowly stayed on course to our normal pace. Where it's constantly fluent. It's one solid scene. One scene and then it'll flow right into another. It was good towards the end. The second half was way better. It was just so annoying not to get the full story until later in the film. And the casting is interesting. I mean, you got. Yeah, now I'm gonna say his real name, The Rock, fucking screw Dwayne, and unfortunately has he can do a lot better. It was his acting in this film was so bad. Personally, I've seen him better. He had better acting in the fucking Tooth Fairy than this. I'm being serious here. It was bad. And then you have John Berthal, who we all know from Walking Dead. Poor Shane. And he was good in this film. It was almost as good. His acting was almost as just as good as his Walking Dead persona as Shane in this performance. And then you got Barry Pepper and Natalie Velasquez. You probably know Natalie from Flight recently. She was the dead girl in the who they're all like saying like she drank, but it was actually Denzel Washington's character. Benjamin Bratt, you all know, and the enticing Susan Sarandon, who were all of them were very fantastic in this film. Maybe not fantastic, they were great. Um, in the perspective roles, they did very well with what they were given. In my opinion, there's a big problem though. Benjamin Bratt, who I'm guessing played the bad cartel guy, which he did in this picture. He first arrived, and I clocked it an hour and 15 minutes into the film. Yeah, I'm not even joking. I clocked it. If you're gonna have a bad guy in this film, you want the audience to hate him. You got to give him more camera time. Make it sporadic and more character development. He didn't have a lot of character development, which made me not care enough about the character. When he came in, you're like, who is that? There's no they didn't even show any pictures of him. You know, saying his name. They just said his name. We're assuming that is Benjamin Bratt's character. They didn't. It was. It took me again. It took me way out of it. I didn't. I didn't even hate the character, to be honest with you, because I didn't know him. There was not enough character development. Not to mention, as a guy and a huge rock fan, there was very little action, explosions, and gunfights. But don't worry, there are, and there's definitely some kick-ass stuff. But it really needed a lot more. That it was to be honest, it was too much talking, and they didn't sporadic enough the gunfights, and they weren't elongated enough. They didn't. They're not going to bring you into this world of this guy. But why see it? Why indeed? Yes, you have a heartfelt story of men doing what they can to help their families. Who doesn't love that? Or maybe it's just because it's The Rock, and he's a badass. Not really in this film, but why not? Is it entertaining? You're asking. Sure. Obviously, I love The Rock as a champion and as an actor, sort of. But this one was a hit and miss with him. So I can't. I really don't want to recommend it. But if you don't care what I'm saying, then go ahead, check it out. I'm not gonna stop you. But in all, it's a decent film. The thing is, like, The Rock has bad acting, and it was a miss. And if you want to roll the dice for it, go for it. You know, it's definitely a good story. You know, for a film, and the casting was good. It was well. The casting was very well done here. It was just that the acting needed a lot more work. The direction was okay. I liked the way it went, considering it was based off true events. Uh, all just check it out, or go buy what I'm saying. Don't wait for it to come out on DVD. Don't even buy it really. Either Redbox it when it comes out, or even wait until a library has it for free, because it's definitely one you want to see, but not pay for. So if you want to check it out, go for it. Next, stay tuned, guys, because my next review is going to be the alien thriller Dark Skies. So definitely stay tuned.